So, it is time. The Progress Tyrant is coming out to play. Let's get it. Wow. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode with ManaMan. Today, we've got a very special juicer for you. Kamigawa is out, and we've got Mythic Jin-Gitaxias, the Progress Tyrant. And yes, we already have the alternate art version because we are just so excited to get into this. This is going to be insane. I think that Jin-Gitaxias is going to be pretty much runs as like a Hullbreaker Horror. It's obviously going to be like a final end stamp on the mana curve. So Hullbreaker Horror and Jin-Gitaxias have a lot in common, but obviously we're going to just try out the Jin-Gitaxias today. The Progress Tyrant, whenever you cast an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy, and this ability only triggers once per turn. And whenever an opponent casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, counter that spell so it only activates once per turn. So Jin-Gitaxias is awesome. You're going to be able to lock your opponent out of one spell per turn, as well as every single time you cast something, you're going to be able to copy that. Now you do have the legendary rule, so when you go into Celestus or something, you're obviously the legendary is going to be relevant, so you do have to watch out for that, but you're going to be able to copy the Key to the Archive. You're going to be able to copy Divide by Zero, Fateful Absence, Fading Hope every single turn and make duplicates of this, so this is going to be busted. So obviously we are running Emeria's Call. Create 2 4/4 white angel creature tokens, and the non-angels you control give indestructible. You're going to be able to copy this, and if you can get this off with Jin-Gitaxias, you're going to be able to use this 2 times. So Jin-Gitaxias, I cannot wait to get into this. This is the cornerstone of our deck, and we also are running, I can't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Eiganjo, the Seed of the Empire. This is a new legendary land, and you're going to be able to use the channel, and this is actually, the channels are so good because they're not, you can't counter them. You just use channel and it goes through. So it's going to be able to deal 4 damage to a target attacking or blocking creature. That is really awesome. And then we've got Otawara, Soaring City, and this one you're going to be able to use 4 for the channel, and then return target artifact, creature, enchantment, or planeswalker to its owner's hand. These are so good because A, they're free. I don't know if I want to run 2 or 1. The mana is a little bit weird here, but you have to at least run 1 because they're literally free. There's no downside in doing so. So we are going to be running these beautiful little legendary lands. Next we got Kairi, I believe I'm something that right, the Swirling Sky. This is going to be a legendary dragon spirit. It's got ward, flying, and whenever it dies, choose 1. Return target non-land permanent with total mana value 6 or less to their owner's hands, or you can mill 6 cards and return up to 2 instants or sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. This is really good in this deck because we can actually just get a Farewell, a Doomskar, Divine Purge, Fateful Absence, even like a Divide by Zero. I mean, the options are pretty limitless. You can get a Memory Deluge, and because it's a milling, you can also drop the Memory Deluge for the flashback cost. So we're going to be running Kairi the Swirling Sky. I don't know how good it's going to be. I don't know. I guess we're kind of experimenting. I mean, this is the first day of Kamigawa, so we got a 1 single Farewell. I think Farewell is a little bit decent. The thing why I don't want to go too crazy with Farewells, we already are running Divine Purge and Doomskar, and by the time the late game comes around, we're gonna have Kairi the Swirling Sky and Jin-Gitaxias, and if we copy Doomskar or Farewell or something, the Jin-Gitaxias is not gonna fare well with that because we're just gonna get rid of itself. Don't really want to do that, but other than that, obviously we got Key to the Archive and Teferi for a nice little control shell. Key to the Archive, if you copy it with Jin-Gitaxias, is so wonderful. And if you use the Approach of the Second Sun, I want to make sure I'm saying this right, but if you cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game, if you copy it, I'm pretty sure you win. So Approach of the Second Sun, if you're just going to use Approach of the Second Sun with Jin-Gitaxias, you're going to be able to copy that, and that's going to be lights out. So I think that the opportunity with Jin-Gitaxias in control is going to be busted. And let's get straight into Mythic Jin. Let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Samael, how we doing here? How we doing? Let's go ahead and go first. Don't have any Kamigawa cards in our hand, but I am very confident we will find some. Let's just go ahead and drop the Hall of the Storm Giants, get that sucker untapped. Can only do that when it's 2 or less, so let's go ahead and do that. Deserted Beach. Okay, so not really sitting to anything too crazy here, but I'm confident. We're going to go into the Celestus. We're going to get into our Jin-Gitaxias. I am very confident. So they go for their Giant Ox. Okay, so this is obviously going to be something along the lines with Crew. I'm very new to what's going to be going on here, so I'm actually going to go for Fateful Absence. I know that seems a little bit weird. I don't know what the heck's going on. Yeah, I have no idea what's going to go on with the meta as far as vehicles. So for right this second, I think we're just going to play it very conservatively. And Fateful Absence isn't going to be irrelevant until they crew some things. So I guess we'll just take out the Ox. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm very, very clueless. So Lion Sash. Okay, Lion Sash is very, very good. This card, what is this card? Has like so much hype already. So okay, we got the Otawara Soaring City. So this is unblockable with Channel. We can just return target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand. That's really cool and everything. I don't think we're going to be using that right this second. I'm actually going to go for Key to the Archive. So this Lion Sash is going to be interesting to see how we want to play around this. So Key to the Archive. Let's see if we can get something pretty cool here. Day of Judgment. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. That's actually pretty cool, but I think destroying all creatures is also pretty cool. Because we're playing against, whatchamacallit, vehicles and artifacts and whatnot, we're actually going to go for the Corrosive Grip. So let's go ahead and just get rid of that. Alrighty, I'm assuming the Lion Sash is going to use, this is kind of like Scavenger Ooze. They're going to go ahead and use this to exile target card to put up 1/1 counter on it. So this is already a 2/2. Lion Sash is already making me a little bit nervous. So we are just sitting ducks, spare supplies. That's they're gonna draw a card, and they can sacrifice it for 2 and just draw another card. So okay, so they're just gonna get out. I wonder if this is like a Mech Titan build. I have no idea, no idea. So we go over Divide by 0. I don't know if this is really the move. We can always go for the Corrosive Grip. I'm actually gonna say this for Divide by 0. We actually have enough mana to go for the Grip and Divide by 0. And we don't really have anything else, so I think we're going to play another Key to the Archive. I'm actually just going to pass turn here. This is going to go Night. The Celestus will go off. Hopefully we can draw into one of our big boy creatures. They're going to go for Clue. I think right now we're just going to go ahead and not mess around. I'm just going to go ahead and kill this Lion Sash. Like I said, I have no idea what they have up their sleeve. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and pass. Now it's not going to go nighttime because I did activate the Grip. So they're going to go for, the Water Steep. So may choose not to untap. Another target not becomes a 4/4 creature for as long as this becomes untapped. Okay, so they still have to tap this thing. Very interesting here. Vehicles are going to definitely be a formidable opponent. Yes. So we can actually use this, but I don't know if I want to. So we can actually return that to the owner's hand, and it's not counterable. Let's go ahead and do it. Screw it. This is right? Because I guess we can just Divide by 0 it. So I guess we'll just Divide by 0 rather than use the Soaring City. I know we want to be able to use the creatures, so they're actually going to sacrifice it. Okay. So I actually did not see that coming. I forgot that they could sacrifice it, and I'm too excited to even play correctly. Good lord. So, okay, so we got Key to the Archive. I think at this point, we're probably just going to say go, or we can play another Key to the Archive. I guess we'll just use Key to the Archive, get another win condition possibly. So, at this point, we can just go for another Corrosive Grip. Sure, I'm actually going to, at this point, get rid of the Soaring City. I know it's not very fun because we want to play with our Kamigawa cards, but it is what it is. I want to be able to destroy something. Because again, I just am not really sure what these decks are capable of. That is the most exciting part. So, Mysterious Tome, okay. Go ahead and let that go by. Let's see what else you got here. We need to get into a Jin-Gitaxias. That is priority numero uno. So they're going to be able to draw a card, and they transform this thing, and then what does this do? Tap target non-land permanent. Okay, I think tap target non-land permanent. I think I'm going to go ahead and kill this thing, and hopefully we get into a Jin-Gitaxias or something. We need some help. So just a land, that is not good. I think at this point, I'm probably going to use... We can just use Key to the Archive and just pop off this pathway. Time Warp. Time Warp's actually okay. I think we're going to use the Time Warp. So Time Warp, get rid of this pathway. We can just cast this right away. We're kind of just living on a prayer here. So we take an extra turn. Doomskar is not going to be worth anything right now. So I think we're just going to pop off the Celestus. We're just drawing. Yeah, take action. There is our Jin. There is our Jin-Gitaxias. We can actually just cast this right away. Let's go. We finally get into it. Now, this can counter one thing per turn. I'm a little bit nervous. If they have 2 ways to counter it, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to withstand 2. But it does get protection. Once per turn, we can counter something. It's just the first turn, so they can actually bait the ability out with a some sort of... Okay, so we're still sitting okay. I can't even talk right now. Oh my gosh. So Jin-Gitaxias, unfortunately, we don't have anything to cast right now. So that is going to be what I want to do. Immediately, I'm just going to go for the Celestus because I want to draw into a card that we can actually abuse with Jin-Gitaxias. So Celestus, come on, baby, no land. We don't need a land. No land, come on, baby. We get a Memory Deluge. That is going to be very, very good because we can drop Memory Deluge now, and we get to copy it with the Jin-Gitaxias. So I'm just going to activate this right now. Whenever you cast artifact, instant, sorcery spell, boom, we get to copy it with the lovely Jin-Gitaxias. And now what do we want to do? Now we're sitting pretty. Now the world is our oyster. What do we want to do? We can take another Jin in case they get rid of the first one and a divide by 0. Or we can just divide by 0 2 times, right? I think we'll just take another one, just in case they get rid of it. I'm gonna get them a little bit paranoid. We actually... Wait, what happened? There's... Wait. I'm a little bit confused here. You may choose new targets for the copy. I didn't get to copy it. That's a little bit weird to me. Okay, well, Okay. Well, let's go ahead and swing in here. They go for the Wandering Emperor. Okay. Create 2/2. Let's just go ahead and save ourselves. I guess we'll go ahead and use Divide. And at this point, we're just going to get a Teachings because our hand is very, very low. So we swing in here. I'm still trying to catch what happened with the Jin-Gitaxias. Whenever you cast it, copy that spell. And I don't know what happened. Look at the top X code here. Oh, because we didn't spend mana. Okay, so I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute moron. We didn't cast... Okay, that makes sense. So exile the tapped creature. Jin-Gitaxias will go away, but we have another one.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
So this is what we get for hurting your people, huh? Okay, so we do have another Jin-Gitaxias, so all is well, unless they have a counter. If they have a counter, I'm going to be really, really sad. But we do have a Teachings of the Archaics, so nevertheless, we do have Jin-Gitaxias again, and we're going to go straight. Now, this is more mana efficient to play this, and we're going to go for Teachings of the Archaics. We're going to be able to draw 6 cards here, because this time, we're not going to screw up. I know for a fact this one will work. We're going to draw 3 cards here and, 2 more cards here because now we don't have enough mana. So we go for Doomskar. I guess we can just foretell it. That's the only play we actually have, so it's better to do that than nothing at all. And opponent is going to go now. The Wandering Emperor cannot exile us unless they have another one. And unfortunately, we cannot counter another Wandering Emperor. So let's see what they want to do. This is going to get 1/1 and actually has first strike, so I actually cannot.
Strike hard.
So I actually cannot block this thing because I don't want to lose our Jin-Gitaxias. So we're going to actually let this go through because of the first strike. So, okay. And that's going to be it. That's actually kind of scary. Okay, well, this is going to be awesome. We're going to be able to use Emeria's Call. Look at how awesome this is. We're going to be able to copy this. This is so good. But before we do that, I'm going to drop Kairi, the Swirling Sky, so that we can give the Emeria's Call indestructible. So let's go ahead and go for the Swirling Sky. Let's see if they have a counter or something. Again, the Jin-Gitaxias will be able to counter their first instant, sorcery, etc., etc. Let's see here. Do we want to use Emeria's Call? Because they can just exile with the Wanderer, so I think we're actually not going to use Emeria's Call just yet. We're actually going to go for Divide by 0 on the Wanderer. Or do we want to use it on the Ox? This is... Oh, God. Oof. Let's go ahead and use it on... They can actually flash this in. That's kind of what I'm afraid of. I guess we'll just use it on the Ox. And yes, we're going to be able to cast this again. And I don't want to use the Wandering Emperor because they can actually just flash this in when this just goes back to the hand. So I guess we'll actually just take this. I don't want this Wandering thingy to go off. So we go ahead and use we'll go ahead and use Containment Breach because we are facing artifacts. So I guess we'll take Teachings of the Archaics now. I guess we'll just go for Mascot Exhibition. We can go ahead and copy that again. So I guess that is the move here, and we can swing in to the Wandering Emperor, and we take it. Wow, this deck is so powerful. Wow. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more Magic deck videos every single day. Ladies and mages, there it is. Jin-Gitaxias Progress Tyrant. Oh, it looks so surreal in our hand. This is such an exciting time for Magic. I don't know about you, but I am always so excited to be getting into Magic content. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk right now. So we're gonna go for Forsaken Crossroads. Obviously, we're gonna go for blue. Let's take the Scry here. Hopefully, we're gonna need some more land here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be just perfect. We'll take the land gladly. So we'll go for overgrown farmland. Tenacious Pup. Alrighty, so we're gonna be going against what, green, white aggro, maybe even red. Let's see if the Progress Tyrants can put them to a halt. There we go. Guys, I just cannot even believe. I got too much coffee in the blood. I got too much thoughts on my mind. And look at how good this card is. I don't think we're gonna be able to play this for the channel ability just yet. So I guess we'll just play this for its yep. Just go ahead and play it for this. Look at, oh my god, look at that art, so beautiful. We actually use Doomskar. I think, do we want to do that? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and foretell the Doomskar. I'm not going to use Fateful Absence on the Tenacious Pup or anything. I think that's a little bit wasteful. So we are going against Naya Werewolves. Oh, okay, so they get a Tovolar. That's actually pretty unfortunate. I do kind of wish I had a Fateful Absence now, because I don't want them to draw cards. Having them draw cards is absolutely a nightmare. At this point, let's go ahead and drop this for white. Definitely want to be able to do our Divine Purges and our Doomskars. And I'm actually going to go with Divine Purge over Doomskar because they do have three mana costs or less. So let's go ahead and use Divine Purge. We'll be able to use Doomskar if they want to drop like a bigger creatures like the Arsonist. I don't know. There's different things they can drop, but definitely more mana efficient to use that now. They go for Legion Angel. Legion Angel is actually an interesting choice. Legion Angel has a very high ceiling and a very high upside for, yeah, what it does. I mean, you can just go ahead and keep grabbing Legion Angel, so that's actually really annoying. But fortunately, we do get into our Deserted Beach. We can go for the Celestus now, and hopefully get into a Fateful Absence. So I think that's what we're going to do. Set up for the Celestus, end the turn. We could have dropped Teferi. I don't think that's the best option. We want to save Teferi for when we can have an artifact out that gives us the best mana value. So are they just going to attack here? Yeah, it looks like they are. Oh boy, I think this is actually the best move is to use Fateful Absence because yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Okay, I was a little bit nervous about like a Snakeskin Veil. I don't really care if they're going to be using clues to draw. That's not really the biggest thing that I'm worried about. If they want to just drop another Legion Angel, I don't think that's the end of the world. So they're just going to go for a Tenacious Pup, and that is actually not that threatening at all. So we're going to drop our Deserted Beach. It's not ready to go into Jin-Gitaxias yet, but it will be soon. It will be soon. So let's go for Teferi here. Let's go for Teferi. Hello, Teferi. How are we doing here?
I know. I'm right on time.
You are right on time, Teferi. So let's go ahead and take this. Yeah, we could already go for Fateful Absence. So I'm actually debating on using the -2 right now.
It's only a little mischief.
I could definitely use the -2, but I'm kind of nervous about like a haste creature or something. I am actually going to use the -2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Definitely would like to get into a land.
Right for one of us.
Yeah, the future does look bright for one of us. That is for sure, Teferi. I'm actually going to take a Pathway here. Nothing crazy here, but we already can use Fateful Absence in case they want to threaten our Teferi somehow. I'm assuming they're going to use the clue here. Give them an extra card. Sucks, but it is what it is. I'm just not that concerned or convinced that Teferi is in any sort of danger here. So they're going to use Inquisitor Captain. That's annoying, but, you know, we still have a Doomskar in the pocket. Not too worried about this. Might be worried about what they play. They might be able to play something a little bit scary here. Let's see what they got. So they get a Rahilda. Okay. Tenacious Pup can swing in. I wonder if they're going to swing in for the Teferi. They actually are going to swing into Teferi. I'm actually not going to play Fateful Absence. What I want to do is be able to get Jin-Gitaxias out.
Keep an old man on his toes.
You said Teferi, don't worry, we'll avenge you. So if we can use Fateful Absence, we'll be able to copy it with Jin-Gitaxias. So that is obviously the route I want to go into. And let's just go ahead and drop this for blue. We can actually go into Jin right now, and I think that's what we're going to do. I think that's what we're going to do. The only thing that I'm a little bit nervous about is a Brutal Cathar, but the Fateful Absence will be able to take that away. So, it is time. The Progress Tyrant is coming out to play. Let's get it. Wow. Oh, look at that Shriek. That Shriek is so epic. So now we're going to go ahead and use Teferi. Tap this. We'll choose you. It doesn't really matter that much. And we'll use the Deserted Beach. Now we can use Fateful Absence.
Time only flows in one direction.
So now, every time they cast an instant, sorcery, or an artifact, it's going to be able to just be countered on the first time each turn. And then we can use Fateful Absence 2 times, because every single time that we cast an instant or a sorcery, we're going to be able to copy it. Go ahead and put this up here. So they really can't do anything. They're going to need, what, 2 forms of removal to get rid of this Jin-Gitaxias? Or they're going to have to use a Progress or a Brutal Cathar, and we can just Fateful Absence the Brutal Cathar. So I think we're sitting very pretty here. So you're going to go for Tenacious Pup. Don't care about the Tenacious Pup at all. Yep, do what you got to do. And they're going to go for Halana and Elena, and I'm not that convinced that this is that threatening. So before they do anything, let me make sure what I want to do here. I'm just going to pop it off right now. I don't want them threatening our Teferi. So let's go ahead and use Fateful Absence on the... This can only give another creature haste, correct? So I'm actually going to pop off this, and then we get to copy this. Look at this. I know it gives them an extra clue, but I think this is just wonderful. Let's go ahead and get what? You can take the Captain or Rahilda. I think we're going to take a Rahilda just because of the upside, and we can already take out the Inquisitor Captain with the Jin, and now they cannot threaten the Teferi lethally. So they can just go ahead and pop it. They take it. Jin-Gitaxias for the win. Hello, Professor. Let's get it going. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we are actually playing with Kamigawa cards. It feels surreal. Here we go. We even got the Wander. Oh, look at the neon flicker. I love the neon flicker in the background there. Oh my god, so beautiful. So this is actually, let's see, we don't have any Kamigawa cards in our hand right now, but that is okay. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and draw into them. I just know it. So I'm going to start with the Emeria's Call. Let's go ahead and set that down here. See what we got going on. Snow-covered forest. Alrighty, so probably going into werewolves or something. Well, I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and drop our pathway here. Set up for their creatures. I'm assuming they're going to be running with a nice little Doomskar action. Sculptor of Winter. Hello, hello. We got our 3rd key to the archive. That's a little bit rough. Now, if we can get out Jin-Gitaxias, we can actually use key to the archive, and it'll be able to copy itself. So that's kind of the thing that I want to get going here. So they're going to use Sculptor of Winter to actually just attack. That's kind of weird, but we're gonna save our divide by 0 for if they play something. So Faceless Haven comes out. They're going to go with the Mammoth. Yeah, this is fine. I'm going to go ahead and just use this. I want to get out at least an Environmental Sciences. Let's see, 1, 2. If we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can go ahead and go for a Teachings here, I believe, in case we don't get anything. Yeah, we can just go for Teachings. We do get a land source, thankfully. I think we actually want to go for white here, because we want to be able to cast our Doomskar. So I'm going to go for white. Let's go for... At this point, we can actually go for Key to the Archive. I'm actually going to go for Key to the Archive. It's just too strong of a move to go from Key to the Archive. And yeah, we'll go for Approach the Second Sun. And we'll go for Memory Deluge, yeah. So still don't have any Kamigawa cards in our hand. I'm waiting to get something. We are running... Let's see, Kazandu Mammoth comes back out. That's no big deal. So it's going to be a 5-5 for this turn, but that's not going to matter. Down to 16 we go. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we want to do here. We go for... I think we're just going to go for... Well, let's just not be too hasty. I think we'll just go for Doomskar first. Let's just go for Doomskar. Let's do the safe move. Let's just get everything out of here. And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we can go ahead and drop the Teachings after we do the Disruption, just in case they get a little bit sly here. Teachings, we'll just take a few draw cards here, and still no Kamigawa cards. We need to get into our Jin-Gitaxias ASAP. So Oath Growth Troll, okie dokie here. Alright, what do we want to do here? We can go for Approach the Second Sun to put this game on a clock. Another key to the archive. We can always go for Fateful Absence. A lot of different things we can do here. I'm gonna go for, let's do this. I'm gonna keep the Forsaken Crossroads here for now, and I think we'll just activate it. Why not? Just activate it. Go up to 23. They won't be able to do that much damage. We still got another key to the archive, Memory Deluge. Sitting pretty. Rangers class. Alrighty. Gonna go ahead and pop that thing up. So Old Growth Troll is gonna be a 5/5. I am a little bit nervous here about some sort of snakeskin veil or something. Oh my gosh, where is our Kamigawa cards? This is insane. Okay, I think we're just gonna go for key to the archive here. See what we can conjure up here. Time Warp? Time Warp's actually pretty interesting. Putrefy can also get rid of something. I think we're gonna go for a Time Warp here. Might be a little bit too flashy, but I don't care. At this point, I don't really care that much. Let's get rid of the island. We can go for Forsaken Crossroads. We'll go for blue. There is our card, the Swirling Sky. There is our first Kamigawa card. And yeah, we can just keep this, the Fateful Absence at this point. I'm a little bit nervous about a Snakeskin Veil, and I suppose I could have went with an island rather than, yeah, let's go ahead and just do this now. I'm so excited just to be playing with all these cards that I'm probably not even playing correctly. So the Old Growth Troll is gonna die here. It's okay, we're gonna be taking 5 damage. I think that's not that big a deal. As long as we get into Memory Deluge. So down to 12 we go, but as long as we get into Memory Deluge, I don't think it's going to be that hard to finish this game out, right? So we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with another one. No, so we'll go with... So I guess we can go for Time Warp and then Memory Deluge. Okay, we can't do that, but what we can do is go Time Warp and then go Kairi of the Swirling Sky. So let's go and see... Okay, they just give up. Good game. So we're back at the Hideout with the post-game wrap, and overall I just want to say that this deck absolutely performed pretty good. I mean, we actually went 3-1 with it immediately, and we had enough content, and I was really surprised because Jin-Gitaxias made an immediate threat to the point where we could just immediately go ahead and pretty much assume that this is a real contender in control. I don't know what I would change. I mean, again, this is the first day of Kamigawa, so I'm going to cut myself some slack on being too critical on the deck, but I think overall this is a pretty good deck. I don't know if I want to go... Kairi definitely was cool. I don't think we had enough of a sample size. They definitely scooped the first time we played it, but I don't know if we want to go. I think it's pretty good enough to keep. It does cost 6, so that is something to keep in mind. I don't know. Go ahead and tinker with this. I'm not going to be too critical on what to change and whatnot because, again, this is so fresh and new and the meta has not been established. So go ahead and have fun with this. Tinker with it. See what you want to do. Go ahead and leave me a like. The button looks just like this. Go ahead and subscribe, comment, tell me how ugly I am. Just do something in the comments because it helps out the algorithm, and I'm trying to make this bad boy the biggest it can be. So until then, I will see you on the next episode. ManaMan out.